on the bloodline, on the front line, ready for war. How you get loose? Get low, get low, get low. Whoa. Guys, gals, and gas, honey. Yes, honey. If you tuned in for the mess, then you tuned in at the right time, honey. Because it's a messy show tonight. It's a messy situation. People been playing in my face. People been playing in my face. Men in particular. Honey, and the universe been making sure that I catch all of it. Which way is the The universe been making sure that I catch all of the shade. So, honey, I'm taking that as I need to document. I'm taking that as I need to documentate. Where we at? Where we at, honey? I've been taking that as I need to document. Yes, as you notice, I got a couple of clothes on. Because I've been out tonight. I'm trying to find the good video for y'all. I'm trying to find... I think the good video might have deleted itself. No worries. We have a mediocre video as a backup, honey. That was a remake because we thought that we might have deleted ourselves, honey. But I'm just trying to get this footage up for y'all so y'all could see the tea. I'm trying to get the footage up from the night so that y'all could see the tea. I'm sending it on to myself. Yeah, so that y'all can get into all the tea. You didn't know this was going to be a mukbang, did you? We doing all the things tonight. We doing all... I'm tipsy. Honey, baby. If you ain't never seen a drunk Bre live, then you going to see one tonight. And it probably carries. It probably carries. I really don't know. Let me tell you a secret. I really don't care. I really don't care. I really don't care. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Some of these files want to play in our face. Let me see what we can pull together here. Come together right now over me. Okay, a couple of these things don't want to add to the stream. Okay, we done added that. We done added Eddie. All right, let's see if we can add this. Baby, it's happening in real time. It's happening in real time. The stream is happening in real time. Baby, real life. Ain't that what y'all want? Ain't that what y'all want, real life? Let me download a couple more of the pictures for y'all. Ooh, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to delete the pictures, honey. Let me download a couple of the pictures for y'all so that y'all can have some picture and some video context because, honey, child, I'm just coming back from an art and culture networking event. Baby, if you know anything about artists, then you know that they like to get fucked up. And, honey, it was giving open bar sets. Child, pray on it. Child, pray on it. It was giving open bar, honey. And the DJ and the bartender was calling himself Daddy. Honey, and he was making everybody drinks real strong. Like he was trying to get somebody draws at the end of the night or something. Honey, Daddy had me weak as a lamb. Daddy had me weak as a lamb at the bar. Now, had all of us weak as a lamb at the daggone bar. Honey. Daddy. Shout out to Daddy. I don't even know his real name. His hat said Daddy, so honey, Daddy was his name tonight. Baby, I don't know what it's been other nights, and guess what? That ain't my business. It's not. I be telling y'all all the time. I be telling y'all all the time. We got to find out what is our business and what ain't. Okay, no, no. The pictures ain't going to load like that. So we're going to have to load them like this. Do you like it like this, baby? Let me know in the chat. Let me know how your evening is going in the chat. Honey, baby, did you miss me? Like I've been missing you. Ooh. Soon as I get you by my system, we gon' relax. Talk about relax. Where you from, Baltimore? Sweating on the pole, I can't relax. Baby, if you miss me, like I've been missing you. Okay. I got some tea for y'all. I got some tea. That's why I'm trying to download this app. I got some tea. That's why I'm trying to download the receipts, honey. The tea has been happening in real time. Trash ass niggas. Trash ass niggas, honey, that comes in trans as well. We got to talk about them tonight. We got to talk about them tonight. Jesus. Why wouldn't we? What's the point of keeping them a secret? That's the problem. Honey, don't do that. Don't do that. Transgender men aren't discussed enough. They aren't discussed enough, honey. And in a lot of cases, they be fucking trash. I ain't gonna... Look, did you come here for me to sugarcoat or did you come here for me to be honest? Now, if you came here for me to sugarcoat, this is the wrong show. You got to catch me over on TikTok if you want me to sugarcoat some shit, bitch. This ain't honey roasted almonds over here, bitch. This is real nuts, baby. Stop playing in my motherfucking face. Now, ciao. Honey. Gift the production, honey. Gift the channel. Because this live ain't gonna be monetized tonight the way I'm ready to read these children. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm. We gotta do an update on Scott Anthony Percy, honey, the strongest trans man in the world. Yes, the strongest trans man in the world that found love, or so he claimed. But bitch, you know, honey, I got the inside scoop. Child, I don't think it's love. I think it's finance. Baby, I think Scott done found a benefactor. I think Scott done found a sponsor. Honey, and calling it love on the internet and then want to get mad at me when I call it out. Honey, for being fake. Jesus, honey, now. You can't do everything on the internet in front of Bre Starr and think that you're going to get away with it. Not when I know you personally. Mm-mm. Especially not if you're going to play with my face. Especially not if you're going to play in my face. Now, you can bullshit. Honey, you can bullshit all of them some of the time. You can bullshit some of them all of the time. Who you can't bullshit is Bre Starr none of the time. So, baby, we got time today. Honey, I'm just getting the receipts ready for y'all. I'm almost done. Baby Jesus, honey, in the manger. I think that's it. I think that's it. I think we caught up. Caught up, got me feeling that. Oh, we ain't gonna be able to use the we ain't gonna be able to use the volume for that clip. Ciao. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Woo-hoo. Woo-hoo in here. Alright, we're gonna start out with Scott S. Honey. Child. Girl. We're going to get it started with Sky ass. Crown Jewel, hey Bre, looking cute. Please consider doing a video on bottom surgery controversy. Baby, Crown Jewel, you ain't even got that to worry about. We definitely going to discuss the bottom surgery controversy. But baby, we got to get all, you know I'm still recovering from my mental breakdown. We got to get all the things off of my heart. And honey, we starting to get them off in real time. Sky Anthony Percy. Y'all remember the trans man, the strongest trans man in the world who I did the video on? Video in the description. Link in the description. Honey, check out the video. Well, I wakes up this afternoon. Yes, this afternoon. And this is what I see at the top of my timeline on Facebook. Mind you, I don't even scroll Facebook. This is what I see on the top of my timeline. My life is better with you in it. A short time with you, but feels like years. Thankful you came into my life and couldn't be any happier. And then the Scott with this butch queen. Child. A whole motherfucking fool. Now, keep in mind, I was just talking about how Scott had came into my life and me and Scott was seeing what was going to go on. So, of course, I respond to the post. Everybody else, congratulations, happy for you, all that. Bitch, congratulations, my ass, honey, it's time to be honest. Wait, but wasn't we just on a date? Didn't you just break up with your ex? Now you in a whole best wishes, honey. Eating my popcorn, bitch. Child, honey. Scott done known this child for a month and already this is the biggest love of his life. Honey. Let me tell y'all a secret about Scott. The reason me and Scott didn't work out was because, for one, Scott got anger issues. And Scott had started to show very abusive tendencies very early on. And us dating. I wasn't settling for that. Honey, no. Because, honey, I don't care if you the strongest ape in the jungle. Baby, I got something that'll put you down. And what we not going to do is we not going to play for dominance over here, honey. If you want to dominate the puss, then you have to earn it. What Jill Scott said, if you could tell me what to do, then you could tell me what to do. But what you're not going to do is you're not going to threaten me with attitude and strength. Now, keep in mind, Scott done found love. Scott is so ready for love automatically. Huh? But Scott ain't been ready for love since I done known Scott. Honey, baby Jesus. Scott done been, since me and Scott dated 2018, 2019. Scott done been in love with everybody he done dated since before I met him in about 2016. So what? By the past 10 years, Scott done been ready for love and in love with everybody he dated, but yet ain't none of it done lasted more than 3 months. If you know anything about psychology, then you know that 90-day grace period that you got at your job is based on psychology. It's based on your ability to maintain emotional stability. Scott says that this child, because honey, we done got into it. I can't give y'all all the receipts because honey, Scott then blocks me and then erased, the receipts out of the chat. Cause I was right. Cause everything that I said that I was right. If nothing that I said was right, and if I was just being a jealous, hating ass bitch, honey, Scott and his butch queen that nobody want ass boyfriend would have kikied at me in their little Facebook post about our relationship. However, Bre Starr knows a few things, and reading people is one of those things. Me and Scott was still supposed to be talking. Honey, y'all, yes, while he's building this relationship with this butch queen, me and Scott was still supposed to be talking, still supposed to be considering the possibility. Honey, the other people that I'm talking to is aware of Scott because they thought that it was possible that me and Scott was supposed to be rekindling when Scott got back from his trip in Guadalajara. Yeah, Scott taking trips all around the world doing powerlifting and shit on his steroids. You ain't heard that from me that he on steroids, even though he is. But Scott is doing his trips powerlifting on his steroids and shit. Honey. Damn, honey, we didn't clock Scott's steroid tea. I guess you can be a powerlifter and be on steroids. I guess it only count for baseball players and shit if you're a professional athlete. But I thought he was a professional strongman. He told me that it don't matter. Everybody takes adrenaline. I mean testosterone. I mean steroids. Scott or testosterone and steroids, honey, to be the strongest trans man in the world. But anyway, honey, all of a sudden, me and Scott was just on a date last month. All of a sudden, within the past month, and it's been less than a month since we was talking about Lincoln and at minimum him doing the interview. But in the past month, Scott done fell in love with this butch queen. Now keep in mind that Scott not even supposed to like men like that. Scott is supposed to be one of them who will have sex with the man, honey, will get slaved by the man, but relationship ain't calling for the man. But now all of a sudden, Scott done met a doctor, neurosurgeon. Scott claimed he is 50-year-old neurosurgeon, butch queen on the right. Scott claimed that the child's a neurosurgeon. You see them with that red seatbelts on and stuff. Now all of a sudden, the child is a neurosurgeon. It drives a $150,000 car. And all of a sudden, Scott like butch queens and in love and genuinely in love and truly in love. Truly, genuinely. If Scott is genuinely, honey, I hope this works out for Scott. I hope this works out for Scott. But for the butch queen neurosurgeon, if your own neuros is synapting, you would know that Scott ain't it, bitch. I was going through a mental breakdown when me and Scott was dating, and I knew that Scott won't it. Bitch, I done been dating Scott before. And I knew that Scott won't it, honey. Because Scott don't know how to take his motherfucking time. You done been dating this child. You supposed to be a neurosurgeon. Now I'm talking to you, neurosurgeon. You supposed to be a neurosurgeon and you done been dating somebody for a month and all of a sudden it's a real relationship and you 50 years old and you ain't smart enough or wise enough or old enough to realize that, baby, that ain't what happened. Mind you, when he was dating somebody a month ago who he's been in love with for years. And that wasn't resolved. But all of a sudden, you the butch queen with the $150,000 child. The butch queen with the $150,000 car probably is what Scott is looking for. Because when Scott realized that I wasn't going to take care of his brown ass, his Southeast Asian ass, then he knew that it was time to either get your shit together or keep going. Scott decided to keep going, honey. Baby. Yes, Scott Anthony Price. This is a warning. This is a warning to all who run across Scott. If Scott don't give you at least 3 months to fall in love with him genuinely, honestly, truly, he is not ready. And yes, we is exposing Scott because fuck Scott. Scott is not only my trans brother, not only my trans brother of color, but Scott was supposed to be aware. I had made Scott extremely aware of my circumstances when he decided to re-enter my life and try and date me. And instead of Scott being able to move outside of impulse, instead of Scott being able to be a friend, instead of Scott being able to be a real brother in community, Scott couldn't look outside of his own selfish desires for his need to validate himself and be validated by others, which is why he's currently dealing with this neurosurgeon child that he keeps bragging about. All this child's degrees and accolades and my man. Baby, you can't tell us shit about your man other than the fact that he is 40, 100. And, girl, child, Scott, bye, baby. Honey, Scott, baby, I genuinely, I'm putting this out in the universe because I genuinely hope that I'm over you. Honey, I've been giving you chance after motherfucking chance. Honey. Just because you is a transgender man. I know you've been only getting these chances because you're a transgender man. Had the cisgender man treated me like Scott treated me, honey, he'd probably be 6 feet. Probably be 6 feet with a shovel, no tombstone. Scott is trash. Honey, all the trans people that done dated him, all the cis people that done dated him, know that he is trash. All his friends know that he is trash. Shout out to Alyssa, Scott's best friend, the cracker gal. You a trash ass bitch too, honey. You want to delete comments and shit on Facebook too. Yeah, of course you want to delete comments. Talk about I ain't been relevant since 2019 and Scott been hanging on my nutsack since Scott first saw the Puss. Baby, Alyssa, sit your cracker white devil ass down in the corner somewhere, bitch. Honey, nobody sent for you. Nobody was talking for you. Nobody asked you to enter the conversation. When I first told y'all about Scott being abusive, y'all wasn't aware. So what the hell makes you think that you know who Scott is and what Scott do and all that, bitch? If you was a real friend, Alyssa, you would be letting your friend be aware of his unhealthy romantic and dating behaviors, and you wouldn't be condoning that shit. But then again, Alyssa, you the type of bitch that do the same shit and be wondering why shit don't go right. Be wondering why shit don't go right. Be wondering why that same boy don't want your ass that you've been knowing since 1996. Crackers need to stay out of colored people business. How many times we gotta tell y'all that? That means stay out of our relationships too, bitch. Honey. Because them Neanderthal genes that y'all got that's working in that brain, the math ain't mathing. Honey. Now, me and Scott is both crazy. Now, but we not white people crazy. So you stay your crazy white people ass up out of it. You hear me? How y'all doing in the chat? Hey. What's going on, Antonio? What's going on, Mr. Smith? Honey, beautiful gals. Beautiful gals, honey. I love you too, Antonio. I love you too, honey. The tea. We got tea tonight, Antonio. What's going on, Mrs. Smith? Honey, I see Mr. Smith in the chat. Mr. Smith is one of our benefactors. Honey, we gotta act good for Mr. Smith. I was out tonight, honey. Went to a little networking event. Yes, an arts and culture networking event here in Baltimore, here at the Motor House. Yes. It was beautiful. Lovely gowns. Lovely, beautiful gowns. Matt Renz. See, I'm going to tell you something. About artists. And if you took art history, then you know that we all tend to be junkies and alcoholics and stuff. Honey, yeah, we like devices. I personally think that artists tend to be in touch with a certain part of life that makes us need an influence to cope. Call it what you want. I think that us artists keep y'all in touch with the spiritual realm. I just wanted y'all to see Ren for 17 seconds because I don't know if you could catch Ren's tea, but this was the moment where Ren had got picked up off of the floor. Shout out to Ren. Ren wasn't on the floor long. I think Ren would have been on the floor longer had there not been some halfway sober people in the building. But yeah, honey, yes. I keep telling y'all, us people with degrees and all that kind of stuff, it don't mean a goddamn thing. We just do what y'all do with different job titles and bleached teeth and veneers and plastic surgery and shit. Designer labels. We wear design. We wear designer labels while we do the same shit that the poor people do. I'm still the poor people. I ain't gonna lie to you. We're gonna be doing that panhandling post soon. Donate to the channel. Don't donate to the channel. She needs to pay her rent. But yes, honey, we was at the networking event, honey, and we felt our puss. We felt our puss, honey. I can't let you hear the people conversation while I was recording myself. But yes, honey, it was one drink ticket per person. Look at the puss. Look at the puss. Oh, look at the puss. The puss was feeling the puss. Honey, yeah. It was one drink ticket per person. One free drink ticket. Honey, it was supposed to be limits on the drink, honey. Ren was the one in charge of paying for the drinks. Honey, Ren was the one that was on the floor. Honey, Ren told us to get what we want. Bre ended up intoxicated. And see, that's the thing. You know, I don't fool with the devil's juice. I don't fool with the devil's wine. I don't fool with the blood of Jesus like that. You know, because it's toxic, baby. Give me the grass. Holly. Give me the billicles. Holly. 420 at 12:30. Baby, that should be giving you hangovers, make you sick enough. But when I be out with you humans, look what happened. You can't have the puss in the building without having a cisgender man trying to be in the mix. Honey, child, I didn't know Eddie hairline was receiving like that. Maybe I'm starting to sober up. But this is that's part of the reason why I got to have drinks when I go out in public, because with me being a femme and being halfway attractive or decent looking and all of that, honey, child, baby Jesus, people get on your nerves. People, I swear, you know, sometimes I wish, you know, that I was just fat and ugly, like I was maybe because I used to be fat and ugly, and then it gave Swan, and then it gave Bad Bitch in my 20s, and now in my 30s it's giving Still Holding On, you know, and I'm going to probably look like this until my 60s. I realized the difference. When I was fat and ugly, honey. The people was more genuine. If you fucked with me, you fucked with me. Now, honey, being halfway decent looking and pretty and all that shit, people try to use you for the intercourse and the activities and shit. Honey, Jesus. Very project, very hood. These some receipts. Y'all know I'm a Virgo, honey. Y'all know we come with receipts. These the receipts of Scott being on his bullshit. Honey, yeah, these is our messages. Pause to read. Slow down the feed to read. Honey, you can read the messages. You know I'm always gonna come with a receipt, honey. This is just the receipts of me. I ain't got nothing to hide. Honey, Scott wanted to show a few text messenger receipts earlier, you know, for his 50-year-old Butch Queen boyfriend Sam. So since Scott want to add some receipts, because Scott's a Virgo too. It's a hot ass mess. Since Scott want to add some receipts, you know, Bre going air them all. Everybody draw your conclusion. Long story short, Scott is crazy. Not feeling too good, but you just made my day. Mrs. Smith said, Not feeling so good, but you just made my day with your presence. Shout out to Mrs. Smith. I love you, Mrs. Smith. Mrs. Smith, honey. Honey. Do this belong here? Because I don't even think this belongs here. And of course it didn't fucking belong there, bitch. I don't know what the fuck. Child, I don't know what the fuck is going. What in Jesus, when Jesus walks, ain't nobody time. Child. The live is being lived. Holy. Since we on my business, I don't know if y'all knew this over here on YouTube. Honey about the child accusing me of sexual assault. Honey running. Girl, you are carrying. 2004? How old do you want these people to believe I am? I graduated from high school in 2003 at 17 years old. We started talking in 2003 when I was still in high school. And I slayed you a few months after my 18th birthday. You reaching. Because I met both of my best friends when I was 18. And I had already slayed you well before I met them. And they knew that I had slayed you. Everybody knew about you by then. By that time, you had become the Eastern Shore pass-around. You think it's a coincidence that my best friend had you? You think it's a coincidence that some of my gay cousins had you? You were being passed around. Do you even remember the age that you told me? Because you told me that you had your driver's permit. In Maryland, you have to be 15 and 9 months to have your driver's permit. So I assumed at the time that you was 15 and I was 17. Kendrick, stop. First of all, this is clearly shade because you calling me Blue. Blue was my nickname as a boy. And then you calling me bro. Girl, we already know what time it is. Girl, you been transphobic and femphobic, honey. That's why it was only a one-night stand in the back of my car. You probably didn't want nobody to know that you had got slayed by me. Until, of course, you was laid up watching my ballroom footage. And now that I got a little bit of attention online, you want to come up on my TikTok and associate yourself with me again. Girl, you were so late. We were both underage teenagers in a gay adult chat room on AOL. You was looking for somebody to bang your chitlins, and I was actually looking for a boyfriend. I wanted to date. We actually ended up getting into it not long after meeting because you had manipulated me into thinking that you wanted the same when the whole time you really just wanted to get plunged. And then you had a nerve to taunt me by informing me that you were getting plunged by everybody on the Eastern Shore who was willing. Remember, you was messing with your little cisgender homegirls who knew that you was gay. Or you said that you was bi back then. Remember? You a tall, lanky, goofy, touch me not bottom. Ain't nobody checking for you. I was a fool to have checked for you in the past. But again, I was a teenager. And you were my first. And of course I used the condom with you. Because I already knew you was a pass around. I just wanted to believe different. But whether 14 or 15, there's no more than a 4-year age difference between us. We were in high school at the same time. A senior and a freshman messing with each other is not the same as a grown man like R. Kelly being 25 plus years old, stalking McDonald's and grooming teenage girls. I was a late bloomer and you was in full bloom, early, pollinated. If you were really 14, that's crazy. I had just turned 18 and you were my first. But you say you were 14 and you probably couldn't even tell me which number I was. Like, I'm genuinely concerned for you. I'm concerned for your inner child. Like, knowing what I know about psychology, I'm imagining that something might have happened to you as a child and you acted out with intercourse. Like, what made you want to be out there so early? Like, really dead ass. Like, men and boys get abused too. And it's something that we don't talk about enough. Of course, me being who I am now, looking back at 17, 18-year-old me, I definitely wouldn't have chose you to be my first. I definitely wouldn't have pursued you or interacted with you. And I'm sorry that I sent anybody your way. I genuinely am. I'm imagining you was probably dealing with some trauma or repression that caused you to act out like that. Mental health matters. It's a lot of things you could have said about the person that I was then. I was a hot mess. Insecure, clingy. So many things you could have said, but me being a predator, that's a reach. And so what happens after you, Kendrick? I just magically grew out of being a predator. My first boyfriend was 5 years older than me. And since I was 21, I never looked at anybody under 21. What's your hypothesis? I mean, you putting this tea out here. And you said you're not doing it for clout, so why? At our big ages, you are still a hot mess. Because you are 30 how many years old? And I'm 30 how many years old? Because we're in the same age group. You really thought you did your big one. But you really just became the big biracial butch queen that bottomed for Bre Starr. But you got your couple of minutes. I don't think it's quite 15. Hope you enjoyed it. It's the alliteration for me. But yeah, TikTok, I can't really, I have ran this back over here because, TikTok, I can't really talk my shit. Like, I'm going to talk my shit about Kendrick Hall. About Kendrick Hall, Bobblehead, General Electric, light bulb looking ass. Kendrick. Girl, Kendrick thought that she was going to be my scandal, honey. Kendrick thought that, she was going to say, and girl, remember when I was in the 10th grade and you had just graduated and, girl, you had girl, ain't nobody thinking about your receding hairline ass since we was in high school. Bitch, I couldn't believe that Kendrick was 14 years old because she looked like the janitor, bitch. I'm like, girl, really? You younger than... And even now when I look at her, even though it's a couple years, I just still be like, girl, really? You younger than me? Kendrick is one of the Rosebud girls. Honey, Kendrick, them intestines, honey, and that mother... What's that? Not the gallbladder that be hanging out Cairo. What is that? The damn... Not the intestine... The rigor mortis, when they have to put the ointment on it, they can't sit on cold surfaces and stuff. What is that? The hemorrhoids. Kendrick, your chitlins hang outside of your motherfucker. You really thought that you was gonna be able to be Bre Starr's scandal when you somebody who don't nobody want, and I was passing other children off to you because I thought that I was doing you a favor, honey, by getting you company. Little did I realize, being a teenager and being a child at the time, honey, I was just traumatizing you further from what you had went through, and I still apologize to that to this day. Kendrick, if you want an apology, that's all you had to say. Girl, I didn't know that by me sending the trade your way, girl, I didn't know that by me, child, honey, Kendrick turned out to be a trick. One of my old pieces, let's bring up this news article, honey. I kept this news article in my phone, but I didn't think I would never need it, Kendrick. But since we over here on YouTube and I'm tipsy, why not? Kendrick, why not? Kendrick? Because ain't nobody tell you come in my comments, and try to be the late-ass queen that you are. Nobody told you to come. Where is it at? Where's her article? Here we go. Assault and robbery. Kendrick. Where Kendrick name at? Because we got to make sure we get Kendrick name in. Let's see. Kendrick, you thought the girls had forgot. When Kenneth had left you on side the road, bitch. You thought the girl... I told you... Kendrick, I told you that if you wanted some online fame, all you have to do is come with your own stories. Kendrick, you know how I got popular online? By talking about me, myself, and I didn't bring none of you scandalous assholes up in it, honey, until y'all hoes started seeing me getting a little bit of... The receipts with Kendrick name is coming. Pause the read. Pause the read. You can read the article. Yeah, honey. Get into the tea. Honey. And Kendrick trying to act like I'm the problem, it's me. I know you motherfucking lying, Kendrick. I'm the problem. Girl, I'm messy and I'm petty. But girl, I ain't never been no assaulter. Girl, I ain't never been no pervert, honey. I've always been the chase girl. Honey, we gonna run it back. I'm gonna let y'all get into it. I don't know if you wear glasses or not, but so you can get Snow Hill. Y'all know I'm from the Eastern Shore. That's where Kendrick from. Kendrick from Snow Hill, Pokemon. Honey, yes, New Year's Eve, honey. The victim met Kenneth Wharton, honey, on the roadside of Snow Hill. What was you doing meeting Kenneth Wharton on the roadside? Kendrick, honey. And Kendrick, you was in your 20s at this time. What was you doing? I was only, what, 17, 18, and you was 14, 15. Kendrick, you 20-something. You in your 20s, girl. Honey. And yes, Kenneth is one of my old pieces, but honey, we was both in our 20s when I messed with Kenneth. It's a whole different thing. It's a whole different thing. Honey, Miss Kendrick, news release, honey, this was in the 2010. This was in the 2010. They ain't got Kendrick age up here, but Kendrick was about 2010. Kendrick had to be about 24. Kenneth was 18. Algonquin Trail, honey, Snow Hill, honey. Yeah, charges. Received information that victim identified as Kendrick Hall was reported by ambulance to Peninsula Region. See, girl, regarding an assault/robbery. Girl, how did you get robbed? Why was you meeting Kenneth on side of the road and getting robbed, Kendrick? Why, Kendrick? What had happened? You was trying to pay to give people Bible. Is allegedly. Allegedly is what the girls had told me had left in my DMs. Kendrick, you lucky we can't stay on this story long because I will pull up the DMs, but they said that you was paying the children to get Bible and stuff. Honey, and the boy must have had a flash. He must have he must have had a conversion therapy moment. He must have had an anti-gay moment. Bashed your ass. Or you ain't have all his coins. It sound like Kendrick probably ain't have all his coins. Kendrick, girl, you need to stay in your lane and mind your motherfucking business when it comes to Bre Starr. I don't know if the girls had told you about Bre Starr. I don't know if you knew or not. But I'm not the girl that you want to be playing with like that. We don't play no games like that, honey. And if any of you children got any questions and y'all want to address me in person, bitch, honey, I shoot first, ask questions last. I shoot my mouth first. I talk shit first and ask questions last, honey. Honey, make sure you come with your spit guard on, bitch. Let me see how y'all doing in the chat. I done went on a rant, honey. Y'all done seen a different side of Sears. Honey, y'all done seen the softer side of Sears. I'm sorry, honey. I had went on a rant. I'm tipsy. Shout out to the Art and Cultural Center in Baltimore. Y'all seen the pictures I took. Take it back if y'all want to see who sponsored the event. Yes. Slay, hey, what's going on, Mrs. Keystroke? Mr. Keystroke, honey, is that Keystroke the backstroke? Honey, what's going on? Child, we gotta talk about. I know I be hit. Oh no, we ain't gonna talk about them yet. I got excited. Wait till we get to that. I'm really excited. Let's talk about Joseline Hernandez. Let's talk about Joseline. Oh shit, honey. Child, you know Nick Cannon is going to Zeus too. You know Nick Cannon is going to Zeus too. He's doing a show on Zeus called Bad versus Wow. Originally, it was supposed to be Baddies versus Bad Girls Club, but them girls keep forgetting that they don't have ownership over them white people's Bad Girls Club. So then it became Cabaret, Joseline Cabaret versus the Baddies. Honey, long story short, they said Joseline and Natalie got into it. Let me break down tea for you real quick. Low key behind the scenes, this ain't no narrative that's made up. Joseline been not feeling Chin Chin. Honey, Joseline been not feeling Natalie. Child. Apparently they've been arguing behind the scenes. Joseline feels some type of way about Baddies doing the numbers that it's doing, and now Joseline Hernandez Cabaret is not the number one show on Zeus. Child, I don't know. I don't know if Zeus even know how to count their numbers, honey. Anytime everybody tune in at the same time, the app crashes. Child, get up. Support black owns. Support black owns. Now, I was telling y'all I can't get with that now this is Ratchet TV or whatever that's called, that other app. Child, I don't even know if they black owned, cause honey, they be giving crackers in charge of it. But honey, they been not getting along. But honey, word has gotten out, because of course, if it's a Zeus show, word is gonna get out, because why? Us content creators are there free for promotion. Hey girl, I'm here. And I'm going to always talk about Joseline Hernandez because you know she is a bisexual black Puerto Rican. But apparently a brawl broke out in the film, and honey, this is what Joseline Hernandez had to say afterwards.
Tonight was a great night. Me and the ladies really enjoyed it. We had an amazing time. I can't wait till you guys see the game. I really feel like you guys are going to enjoy it. And you know, don't believe the hype. Just believe what you see when when it come out. You know, it is what it is. Lauderdale in this bitch. Hey, where y'all at? Precious. Danny. Where y'all at? My girls is here or whatever. We're just chilling. We're looking good. We're doing our thing, you know. Come in. Lauderdale ho. Lauderdale ho. Lauderdale ho. Get jiggy with it. Get jiggy with it. Get jiggy with it. Get.
Okay, first of all, Lauderdale ho. Lauderdale ho. Cause I like my gourmet casa and my casa on burritos. Boom cha cha in this bitch. That's number one. Number two, I'm loving the fact that Joseline is finally sticking with these girls. Because Joseline Hernandez, that was supposed to be the whole point of the cabaret, is that you putting other people on to you, bitch. Not just you getting put on, honey, in the show popping, bitch. Separately, girl. Anyway, I love to see it. Honey, now, I forgot what else I was talking about. But, Joseline Hernandez said, Lauderdale ho.
To the beat. To the beat. We can't go, bitch. Let's not. Because I do not. Exactly. I do not want to get a fucking applause. So, yeah, we just came to say hello and to let y'all know that we're super excited about you guys seeing the Wild versus Bad. Yeah. Shout out to Nick Cannon, shout out to Lemmy, shout out to the network, and it's Lauderdale holding this bitch.
Shout out to the Cabaret.
Lauderdale. Who built this shit?
Cabaret.
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 We love y'all. Mwah.
Joseline Hernandez said, who built this network? Cabaret. What did I tell y'all? Didn't I? Every time y'all hear reminds of y'all. Prayer book. Hey, Sean G. Hey, my love. Honey, child. Me and Sean G going to end up being together, whether it's a professional partnership or not. I think Sean G going to end up being up on. Sean, we're going to go ahead and make you a moderator while we here. Why not? Sean, I'm a little tipsy today. I'm a little tipsy today, Sean. Or whatever. So I ain't gonna blow up all our teas. You know, we can't talk about our house. Anyway, Josh, I love the girl sitting next to her. I forget her name right now. Cairo, what's her name? Thick girl that messed with Natural. Egypt. I live for her vibes. If I was on the show, I'm very much what Egypt would give, you know, clearly crazy in real life to the point that we ain't even gonna kiki about it. Cause honey, it'd be some charges catched and stuff like that. Only difference is, you know, and this is what Diamond host Marsha's Plate. If you don't watch Marsha's Plate, honey, link in the description, honey. It's the podcast that I'm on, honey, and they lets me loose on there, honey. I don't have to censor myself. Praise the Lord Jesus. Honey. And then you got two more settled people. One with a trans masculine perspective, one with a trans femme perspective, who get to reel me in, honey, when I'm hanging off the bridge by one finger. They'd be like, reel her ass back over on here. Anyway, Diamond be telling me, goddamn, what was we talking about? Joseline and Hernandez and Asia. Child, that's the thing. See, that's why we can't do this shit drunk, because you know why? That's why I don't understand how content creators can drink and go live with y'all, because, bitch, honey, you see it's a fool with me, boom, cha-cha in this bitch, honey. Child, but, oh, I remember now. Prayer book. This mouth is like a prayer book. I told y'all that they had said Joseline Hernandez was mad about them ratings, about Natalie Nunn running up them ratings, honey. I don't know if y'all seen the BC interview. We don't promote them bitches over here unless we using their content, honey. I don't know if y'all seen the BC interview. But, you know, Natalie was talking about how she wanted to get in the ring, like how her and Tommy did. And I was telling y'all, honey, that Natalie get her ass whipped by Joseline Hernandez, honey, from Punta Cana. Bitch, honey. Where's Joseline from? Where's she from? Nicaragua? No, she from Puerto Rico, but she from, she from the Puerto Rico, you know. Yeah, honey. Like a La Projecto, El Projecto.
How far are we from this hotel?
Nah, we about to be at the hotel.
So this is Big Chin and the Baddie girls. This is them on live talking their boom cha cha in this bit.
20 minutes.
Check this out. I'm gonna tell you guys something right now. Security gonna they want to hold me down.
They want to hold all of us.
They want to hold the baddies down. They want to hold the baddies down.
They want to hold all of us.
The baddies
got a jump, of course.
They want to hold the baddies down. That's how mad they are. But Joseline, I heard you was eating Mona Scott's ass.
Joseline was hiding behind the security the whole fucking time.
Joseline was running to the bathroom every 5 minutes to get more fucking cocaine up her nose.
And then hiding behind the security while all the shit going. That's why I said.
I told her, I said, pussy asshole, step up. So it's always fun and games, right? Until Natalie plays. Let's play. Let's play. Let's play. Let's play.
What the fuck?
I'm telling y'all right now, y'all playing with the wrong one. Y'all playing with the wrong motherfucking one. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now.
Wait, what happened? She what?
It's going to be the fuck up. Fucking cokeheads, motherfucking coke ass bitch.
I'm about to be on my
you
way
fucking
back up there
cokehead
anyway.
asshole. Period. And everybody at Zeus Network, keep fucking playing with me if you want to also.
Weird ass shit.
Dead ass.
How the fuck
when I tell you to back up, back the fuck up. Y'all want to hold me the fuck in a chokehold?
That's why I said that.
You want to hold me in a chokehold?
Why the fuck do you got
I
me
will
held
never
down?
again a day in my fucking life.
Honey. It sounds like Natalie and Joseline both trying to hold on to their bag. Sound like Natalie and Joseline both trying to hold on to that bag. It sound like something didn't happen, honey. Roly-poly snack meals ass. I hope you done came in handy finally, bitch, because we tired of seeing you put your hands on these little ass girls and biggie non-fighting ass and shit, bitch. Honey. Your big bully ass. I hope you done came in handy finally, and I don't want to see you on no cabaret girls. You need to be handling business with Joseline Hernandez. Honey. Sure. Your big Dejanay looking ass want to fight on La Cienega. We tired of that shit. Bitch, honey. You got that shit liposucted and moved somewhere else, honey. Bitch, you was still in the same weight class. Rolly, don't play in my... Don't play in my face. Y'all girls is lucky. They won't let no more of the Tranados on there because... Honey, I wouldn't put my hands on none of y'all neither. No way. Honey. But honey, a 2x4 coming across your head, when the cameras is off, no snitches. I'm smaller than all them hoes in real life, honey. And they wouldn't play with me. Do you hear me, Jesus? But honey, we still need to find out because this is questions on the street. Honey, this is questions on the street. What's going on the street, honey, with the gay people in these shows, honey, because y'all know Rolly snack meals and honey, Natalie Nunn's husband and all that. All this shit is black and queer inclusive. This is the black and queer inclusive child. This is black and queer Hollywood, no shade, bitch. Whether you knew it or not, honey. Let's see what Armani got to say on live, because you know Armani be having to see it, and I think Armani was there on set.
They did not let Joseline get touched. Security did not let Natalie get her lick back. It's no shade. Joseline twirled around. They did not let Natalie get her. They did not let Natalie get her. They didn't let Natalie get her. I will say, if I'm being fair, it felt like they was holding the baddies back a little bit more. They was holding the baddies back a little bit more. But bitch, I don't know what this tea is, but Glorilla's people, girl, they end up getting into a fight with Taseki and her team, the dancers. And Taseki's friend was like, bitch, you had died today, bitch, and your baby had died today, and fuck Glorilla, you a bitch. Taseki beating on the motherfucker. I do have a little bit of video footage, but I can't post it because, girl, somebody... But girl, now here's the thing. You're not going to see no leaked video footage unless Zeus Network leak it, because they made us put our phone in that little Ziploc thing. So bitch, you're just going to have to wait for the trailer and the shit to come out. But bitch, the game only lasted one round. But the whole thing is when the baddies came out, bitch, they was doing their thing. Bitch, Joseline bum rushes the stage and interrupts the intro. Bitches start breaking off nails. She start calling Natalie a hoe. She start saying Natalie mama's a hoe. She start talking about her fucking daddy. And Joseline kicked it off. She put her hands on it. She like...
Now she said your mama's a hoe. How did Natalie say it, Armani? Armani, when you come on live, you know I'm going to be clocked in, don't shit. Uniform on, shirt tucked in, honey. Slip resistant shoes. Armani, I just want one thing. My love. How did she say it? How did Joseline say it? Your mama's a hoe. Armani, you got to do a reenactment for us until we can see it. That's all. That's all. Armani, do a reenactment for us.
Natalie, so she asked Natalie a question about fucking with Scotty and having an OnlyFans. Natalie took it like a G. She took it respectfully. You play the game, you do your thing. She asked Joseline one question. She didn't ask her a cocaine question. Now, I'm not going to hold you. Joseline kept walking off the stage. Her shit, she kept leaving. I don't want to put allegations on somebody, but bitch, 1 + 1 = 2, bitch. Miss Thing was in rare form tonight. Natalie asked her one question about her fucking and eating Mona Scott's pussy and eating this pussy and eating that. And bitch, Joseline just said, bow. And bitch, all the girls, it just, bitch, everybody, bitch. It was knocking after knocking after knocking. I'm like, ah! And mind you, I had a good seat, bitch, because I was in the VIP. So, bitch, I was up there with every bitch. I saw it all. It was a lot of tea, bitch. I'm gagging. And I know Nick Cannon is over there gagging, bitch. I know Nick Cannon is over there gagging, bitch. Then Joseline bends over and starts smacking her ass in front of Nick Cannon. I look over at Ballistic, and Ballistic is like not feeling that. And Nick Cannon's talking about, don't play with me, Joseline. You'll have another motherfucking baby. This is really happening. Like, in my face happening. I'm gagging. I'm over here like, girl, this Zeus Network shit really goes up. This shit really goes up. This shit really goes up. Like, bitch, this was not manufactured. This was not fake. This shit really went the fuck up, bitch. This shit was better than motherfucking watching on TV. Cause bitch, you really be like, oh my God, this happened. Oh my God. I'm gagging, bitch. I'm gagging. That was entertainment. Bitch, it was a fucking mess, but bitch. Yeah. I'm gagging. I'm gagging, bitch. I'm over here gagging. Bitch, and Taseki and her team, bitch, busting through the fucking wind, trying to bust through the fucking wind. First of all, Taseki was already checking the bitch for standing too close to her fucking man. On the stage, the bitch said, hey, move around. Don't stand too close to my fucking man, bitch. I'm like, oh my God. She don't fucking play no games. Bitch, you don't stand too close to my fucking man, bitch. We in the VIP section. She on the stage and she checking shit from the... Bitch, move around, bitch. Glorilla did perform, but bitch, then her and her team end up getting into a fight with Taseki and her team. Yes. Bitch, and this is not no hearsay. Bitch, I'm here. I'm here. I'm leaving now, bitch. I saw it. Whew. She didn't fucking play. These hoes don't fucking play no motherfucking games, bitch. These hoes didn't come to fucking play no none of these hoes came to play fucking games. The Joseline bitches was fight. Now, everybody, Jada, Scotty was on go, Mariah Lynn was on go, bitch, Natalie was on go, bitch, the fucking, Cabaret bitches was fight. It was bitches being drugged everywhere!
Hold up. You said Mariah Lynn was on go against Joseline Hernandez at Cabaret? Against Joseline Hernandez or against the Cabaret? I need to know. You said Mariah was on... Because I thought Mariah and Joseline Hernandez... No, Mariah is cool with Cardi. I'm not sure if she's cool with Joseline Hernandez Cabaret because you know Joseline Hernandez Cabaret, honey. Do it like it should be. Day is probably going to be her only. You know she's not a real... Bitch, now you know you only listen to Joseline music, the Kiki, unless you know you not a music girl like that. You know, you a vibe. You know. What y'all call it, a vibe? Where's Joseline the talent at? Where is it? Is it the lyrics? Honey, is it the delivery? Even though y'all say she be fighting the beat. What is it? What is it? It's the cadence. What is it? Or is it that her ass is a kiki? Stop playing in my face. We not going. You know we don't sit over here and play in people's faces. Honey. Armani, tell us. Armani, tell us what happened, Armani.
The fucking cabaret bitches was fighting. It was bitches being drugged everywhere. Everywhere. Bitches was getting drugged. I'm over here like, and Joseline talking about, I love Coke. Who don't know I love motherfucking Coke? Glorilla, you got a line of dope? You got a line of Coke, Glow? Where the Coke at? I'm like, oh my God. This bitch is asking for the Coke on the TV. I'm gagging. I'm like, oh my God. Joseline is high, bitch. She was high boots. They was trying to, well, I don't know. It was, I don't know what. So what ended up happening, I think, with Taseki's friend, she was already turned. I don't know. I don't want to get, but they was already talking because the bitch was trying. It was just a lot going on at once. But I do know one of Taseki's friends was getting into it with security because one of the Zeus network or one of the security guards, he had pushed her or hit her. She was trying to leave. So she was going to fuck off because he did hit her. No shade. And so I think she was walking on, but everybody's clearly drunk, which they was giving us. We had free liquor all night. So she walked by, and then one of Glorilla's dancers was like, bitch, what you say? Bitch, a bitch is talking, bitch, because I'm from Memphis, bitch. Don't fucking play around, bitch, what? Now, I was on the way out. They wasn't letting me out because they was trying to get to Taseki, bitch, because Taseki was still, like, turned up, and they was trying to get Glorilla out because, you know, the girls was turned up. So I missed this part. Now, but I guess the girl that was pregnant dancer grabbed another girl that was with Taseki by the dreads, bitch. The other dancer, and girl, all hell broke loose. So girl, they start trying to fight. Then Taseki's friend was like, bitch, your motherfucking baby will fucking die tonight, bitch. Taseki hopping over fucking plants, beating down the fucking walls. Bitch, it was going crazy. Bitch, then the nigga got involved. One of Glorilla, the nigga that was with Glorilla, a nigga that was with Glorilla was trying to fight Taseki's girlfriend. Like her girl, yes. It was giving all of that. But the whole thing is, we were all in the section together, girl, Ken. Like, so I don't know what happened because Glorilla, like everybody that was in the section was all team baddies for the most part. So girl, we were all kind of living for each other. We were kin. It was no tea. Glorilla had performed. We would sit next to each other. So I don't understand where the animosity or where the smoke came from in regards of that. But bitch, that had carried over into the parking lot, bitch, and that had just now started to cease fucking fire. But what kicked it off is when Joseline mushed Natalie in the motherfucking face, bitch. Bitch, they had roly titties all out. Oh, God, I'm trying to figure out.
Child, I ain't got nothing to say. Child, I ain't got nothing to say. I wasn't there. Honey, Armani said it all, honey. I gave y'all my psychoanalytical hypothesis that both them girls looked like they both had came online to recover some shit to save their checks. They say them Zeus checks is over there. They say them Zeus checks over there is good. I've been told y'all I wanted one of them Zeus checks, honey. I think Zeus needs, not Juice. I think Juice is my cousin. Rest in peace, Juice. I think that Zeus is where I need to be, honey. I think Zeus, you know, should do the night show with the girl, honey. Should do the night show. Come on every night, honey. We could shoot city to city, state to state, baby. Let me, like, me, you, Natalie, Jaleesa, honey. We'll all be on the, honey. Bobby likes, no, you can leave Bobby ass at home because Bobby be irky sometimes. Yes, honey. Jesus, honey. If he paid me, I wouldn't have a day job. I wouldn't have nothing to do but to work on the show. I think that them girls is trying to save their checks. Personally, I believe what Armani said. We're gonna raise the vibrations in a second. We're gonna raise the vibrations in a second. Oh, y'all is here. Hey, y'all. Hey, Cairo. What's going on, Armand? What's going on, Jay? Crimson Chin. I thought I was the only one that called her that. Mm-hmm. Baby, honey, I don't care how hard that chin is, honey. Joseline Canada looked like this. She was banging a couple bricks back out there in Punta Cana when she was growing up, honey. Crimson Chin. Mm-mm. Not the cab girl. Then drag the back. Honey, they said the cabarets. You know them cabaret girls is ratchet, honey. I'm sending some more receipts on y'all because we gonna raise the vibrations real quick. Y'all know I'm mid vibrational. Y'all know I'm mid vibrational. It's not high vibrations. It's not low vibrations. It's mid vibration. So we about to raise the vibrations up for 17 seconds, honey. But we gonna end up getting messy again. We gonna end up, child. We gonna pray for me. Pray for me, honey, baby. I'm recovering, but I'm still going through a hard time. I'm still going through a hard time. Shout out to Cairo. Shout out to my blood family, honey. Shout out to the family that I'm building, including this young gentleman who I interviewed, honey, CEO and founder of Armani Day Designs and Armani Day Photographer. None other than my brother, Armani Day. Hey, handsome. I want to read you so bad.
Listen, first of all, hello. Okay, that's first. Second, I don't do this social media stuff. I want to create my art and I want to have other people do all that for me. I don't have my brain. No, I just got TikTok 2 months ago and I still haven't posted anything.
Have we or have we not had this conversation already?
Yeah.
Help brands gets a little bit bigger. You have to rely on people like me to try and help you push your narrative. And you won't have to. Yeah, I give my brother a little pep talk. Honey, you know when the children don't be as extroverted as you, but be having just as much personality as you on the low. Honey, you got to remind them that, honey, this is just a conversation with me. Yeah, a few thousand people might see it. Hell, even 100,000 might see it. But just talk to me. Tell me what's going on. I just want to know your name. Who you are, because of course I know you already, but pretend I don't.
Pretend I don't. Okay. So again, hello everyone. My name is Armani Day. My pronouns are he and king, preferably king, but you know. I am a creator. Apparently I'm a curator too. I didn't even realize all these years I've been creating all of these events, and it's like, okay, yeah, you're a curator. Oh, so yeah, so let's add curator to part-time actor, author. I am an artivist deemed by the people because I do my activism through art, specifically for the trans community. I'm not like heavy at the forefront, like at parades and stuff like this, like I used to be, but I'm still there in support, maybe taking pictures or walking alongside. I don't do a lot of panels and everything the way that I used to do, but I'm still an artist, so I do my.
Oh yeah, honey, he's very handsome, but he's being modest. Yeah, I I tend to be the cocky one. I don't tend to hang with a bunch of cocky people because they usually don't know how to humble themselves. I like to think that I'm working on the blends. I like to think I'm working on black. But Armani is modest. He being modest and cute. But honey, we got to jump into the tea, honey. I'm about to tell him to quit being modest now, honey, and break down the tea and stop playing in my face, honey. How acting when, where, why, and how, like what's happening?
It's the part-time. Also, somebody said pretty small. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. But hence the part-time. So, all right. So years ago, I actually received callbacks to be on Greenleaf and The Walking Dead, but life happened and I was not on either show. I used to be an extra on the TV show Nashville, but of course, by the time editing comes,
Baby, imagine if we had got a black transgender man on The Walking Dead or Greenleaf, even if it was just a small reoccurring part, maybe, one episode or anything. Groundbreaking. It would have been groundbreaking, but baby, we be out here, honey. But as Armani said, honey, life happens.
Alicia, hey, we need a season 4. I did behind the scenes work on that, and as well as a supporting actor. And then more recently, a movie that I was in that's now on Tubi. It's called Lois Films, Lost Places. So I play a security guard as well as 2 different bar patrons too. You might see this hat in the movie, so pay attention. You
better be a smart black king of his every.
Yeah, so part time because my anxiety, like you should have seen me getting ready with the light and my phone. I'm like, like
we are complete opposites in that sense. I was in here hype. I'm like, let me get a shot. I'm excited. I'm like, yes, honey. If y'all didn't hear, if you couldn't make out if the audio was getting choppy, honey, baby, he is in a Tubi movie called Los Litos Films, I believe. Yeah. Honey, he said that you will see the design in the film, baby. Honey. Because I am a huge fan of your art and your brand. Have been since the beginning. Saw you developing first as a photographer. And you are one of the people who inspired me to venture out into entrepreneurship. So what inspired you?
You would think after 10, 15, more than that, years, I would get better at answering these questions. I never do. It's literally, I never get easier at answering these questions. But photography, one, started as an outlet for me. Again, like with my anxiety and dealing with like depression and loneliness at the time, like prior to transitioning. Like I knew who and what I was since I was like 5. But I didn't have that language. As we know, language is still being built, right? And so I needed an outlet to help me. And I noticed whenever I'm at parties, family gatherings or whatever, like, oh, can you take a picture? And I'm like, okay, like I'm always the designated person. And I started to like fall in love with it too. Like it just so happened. I'm like, you know what? I actually like doing this. And it was not only therapeutic, but it became like, you could say my career in a sense. So I started doing like house parties. I would go to a house party. Nobody really noticed, but I would go to a house party with like $15 in my pocket and leave with like $300, just taking pictures. And I was like, oh, I can, so but again, it was therapeutic. I would go to, there was a creek behind my parents' house, and I would go and take pictures there and just sit by the water, take pictures of flowers. And then I started doing portraits and weddings, and it just grew from there. But it mostly began from, that loneliness and from my depression of not being able to live in my truth. As the guy that I knew that I was since I was born. But, as a kid, I didn't have that language. So, yeah, so it started from there, and then I just kept going, and now I paint, and I do a lot of various art forms, but it's my therapy. That's how it started.
We're going to get more into how your photography developed into painting and then developed into textiles and into clothing.
Okay.
But the depression thing threw me for a loop. I didn't know that was something that we have in common. You know, my whole reason for going into psychology was I started dealing with depression at a very young age as a child. And I didn't know that about you. How early in your life do you think, or do you know that you started dealing with depression? How was it onset? Are you aware? Because you mentioned not being able to live in your truth.
Wow, that's so. I can't really pinpoint when it started, but when I think it started is probably at, I want to say when puberty started at 11. Like, because from young, so okay, gotta give a short backstory. So I have this strong Black mom that's like from the hood, but she's very supportive. She's not like discriminatory people who are different race, or if you are, you know, your sexuality is different, your gender, like everybody from my mom's side was raised to, you respect people. You know, we come from different walks of life, you know. So, and my mom's also Muslim, and it's just like, this is what she believes in, but she's gonna love her children. So I love my mom. My mom is my number one supporter. I love you, Mom, in case you watch this. And my dad as well. But so my dad, who is actually not my biological father, but both of them are older Jamaican men. So that's it. Yeah. So these dynamics of having a mother who is Islamic and then having a father from Jamaica, it's like, am I going to be okay living in my truth?
I'm glad that you prefaced allowing us to know that your family was very accepting, because, honey, I would have very, very much been given, oh my God, we need to put this child, other queer children in the family, honey, we need to find them asylum.
So, but I also am not like I'm the first out queer person in my family, but I'm not the first queer person. So like, I have an aunt who's never to this day was like, oh, hey, you know, I'm a lesbian, or I like, we see you like, oh, this is my friend, and oh, got you. So you don't need to come out. Okay, cool. She old school. My aunt like in her 60s.
Her and her girlfriend are at the family event.
Her and her friend. She say friend. We gotta say her friend. We gotta say friend. We gotta say what she say. You know, it's like pronouns. Oh, that's your friend. Got you. Your friend. Okay, heard you. You know. And then I also had a cousin who is a few years older than me who now detransitioned. But I'm the first out person in my family to literally like at the start.
Side note, I just want to make a point that a lot of trans women detransition for legal reasons. Let me elaborate. Fun fact, a lot of trans women detransition because of legal issues that may have occurred while living as a woman. So they detransition back into being perceived as a man, a more masculine appearance, in order to evade the law. Fun fact.
Part of my transition, like I got tired of, you know, people not addressing me properly. So we're at the family reunion. We have annual family reunions on my mom's side. We at the family reunion, I asked them to cut the music off. No lies, like a movie or TV show scene. Like I stood up on the bench and I was like, this is my name. These are my pronouns. And you can either respect that or you can stay the hell away from me. Those are your only options.
Not out was literally a performance.
Literally, and here comes my number one supporter, aka my mom. And if you don't like it, she was ready. You know, she was ready. So I love my mom. But so the like I said, the depression to backtrack and to stay on topic, which is actually hard for me. My memory is not the best, but I'm getting better. It started, I want to say, at puberty. Like, you know, your body starts doing things that it doesn't want to do. I mean, that you don't want it to do, that you don't know it's going to do. And it's like, wait, no, like this can't, and because I want to say at 7.
So you during puberty, you were aware of your transness. You were aware that you didn't like the changes.
Yes, because like younger than 11, so I hit puberty at 11, and so younger than like years before turning 11, I knew, like, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm a boy, so like I would like walk around without a shirt on. Sometimes, of course, somebody would be like, you gotta put a shirt on, things like that. And I'm like, well, why is everybody always telling me to put a shirt on? Why do I have to cross my legs and do these things? Like, it wasn't always my mom; it would be like other people. Because so again, getting back to the depression, like my family, from pretty much from birth, at 7, I started dressing myself and picking out my own things, and it was always like pants and hoodies and things like that. It wasn't ever like skirts and stuff like that. And my parents were always supportive. Oh, okay, this is what you want to.
And for right now, we're going into there, honey. Stay tuned for part 2 coming next week, honey. Armani Day. We're going to get more into Armani's clothing line. We're going to get more into Armani's transition from being a visual artist, painter, to being a designer. And, of course, I'm talking to my trans bro. So we're definitely going to talk more about transition and identity and sexuality and all of the things that I specialize in, honey. Yes, yes, yes. And of course, we're going to promote some of Armani's stuff so that you can have access. But for right now, if y'all want to check out Armani and get a head start on who my brother is, feel free to follow him on IG. Armani Day, all one word. Yes, yes, yes. We had to raise the vibrations real quick, but now we about to really get low. Get low, get low, honey. From the window to the wall, honey, till the sweat drop down in your balls, honey, till all them just crawl, all skeet, 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 honey. Speaking of skeet, honey, do we want to go back in the sky right now, or do we want some? I don't even want to talk about sky no more. I'm kind of over it now. I'm over it now. I'll say the receipts in case I want to talk about Scott Balls and ass next week. Honey, but we got to talk about the crackers. What is going on with the crackers in America? Honey. Child, this is a video that I took, honey, in Baltimore, Maryland. Why is Baltimore 80% black, but honey, 90% of the panhandlers is Caucasian? I think you have no idea what I'm going to end up doing with this footage, honey. You have no idea what I'm going to end up doing with this. What's happening there? As the world turns, honey, y'all will see more Caucasian panhandlers in Baltimore. It's the footage I didn't ask for, but it's the content that never ends. Honey, they talk about the squeegee kids, honey, but at least they offer you a service and they not grown people. But I'm going to mind my business, honey, because then y'all going to get talking about, honey, veterans and all types of shit, honey, and these people don't be no fucking, don't forgive me. Child, I ain't to talk much about Palestine and Israel because, honey, that ain't my place. But here's a Palestinian man who wants to give you his opinion of what's been going on here lately.
So as a Palestinian, when I say free Palestine, I am not just talking about Palestine. I started nursing school in 2015 in St. Louis, just a few miles away from where Michael Brown was killed by the police. Being in that city at that time, watching Black Lives Matter being born stirred up a lot of feelings for me as a Palestinian. I saw a country justifying a child being murdered by the state in the street. I saw the people protesting that murder being vilified. I was standing there protesting, watching a militarized police force with tear gas and rubber bullets marching towards me, and I thought, this is that. As a Palestinian, to understand what is going on in Palestine is to understand the de facto apartheid that Black Americans experience here in the States. It's not an accident that when my grandfather came here, he was told to sit at the back of the bus, and it's not an accident that he marched with MLK. It has been Black and Palestinian solidarity, and it continues to be Black and Palestinian solidarity. Because yes, Free Palestine is about Palestine, ceasefire now, and the military occupation of the Palestinian people. But it's also about resisting the global colonial hegemonic structure. Because the shit happening there is happening here. If it is not Palestinian women and babies being killed by bombs in Gaza, it is Black women and babies being killed in American hospitals. If it is not Palestinian girls missing in the rubble in Khan Yunis, it is missing and murdered Indigenous women here in the United States. The rage I feel when I hear the names Michael Brown and Trayvon Martin is the same rage I feel when I hear the name Shireen Abu Akleh and Ahmed Benasra. This is not to say that allyship is transactional, it is to say the only thing we have is each other. There is a reason that when people ask me about Free Palestine, I will point them to books about Black Lives Matter. When I say Free Palestine, yes, I mean Free Palestine, but I also mean Black Lives Matter. I also mean abolition now. I also mean reparations. I also mean land back. This movement cannot lose steam, not just because there is currently a genocide being perpetuated against my people, and every minute we don't do something, Palestinian lives are being lost, but because this is a global struggle for justice. It does not start and end with Palestine. We will not be free until all of us are free. The world is waking up. There has never been global solidarity for Palestine like this, and we have them so scared. The violence is so disproportional because we are challenging a global power structure. Don't let the momentum die, because this is about all of us. Ceasefire now, end the occupation, but know what I mean when I say Free Palestine.
Baby, honey, baby, between me and you, I think that's why they didn't release all of them prisoners of war and all of that, honey, because, like the young fella just said, we haven't had global solidarity like this for Palestine ever. Honey. Yeah, honey. And for the Negroes in the back of the bus, if you still don't understand why it's necessary for this issue to matter to us, and that don't mean that you have to stand up and talk about it. That don't mean that you have to scream about something you don't know about. If anything, it means educate yourself, so at least you can educate your children. Right? But we got a Negro girl to break it down even further for y'all.
As a Palestinian, to understand what is going on in Palestine is to understand the de facto apartheid that Black Americans...
Oh yeah. Wake that up, cousin. Wake it up. Mm-hmm. As a Black American who studies Black history and educates about Black history across the internet, oh my God. I've received the hate comments. I've received the DMs about how they were so surprised and shocked and disappointed in me about my book list about Palestine. Oh, my sweet summer child, bless your heart. I have been talking about Palestine this whole time. Because the Black struggle and the Palestinian struggle is like this. It's like this. In the 40s, 50s, and 60s, Birmingham, Alabama was bombed so much they nicknamed it Bombingham. Palestinians got to drive on separate roads. Got to go through checkpoints on those roads. Literally right now, Black farmers across the South, all 2% of them, are being driven off of their land, being forced off of their farmland. You stole it once from the indigenous people, now you're trying to steal it again. Palestinians are under the full control of a government that does not see them as human beings. Does that sound familiar? Like, what are we talking across the internet right now? People are shocked to see that some Israeli people are creating content mocking the deaths of Palestinians. Amy Till Mobley, Emmett Till's mom, talked about the hate mail that she received after the murder of her son, that he deserved it because Black people were animals. He was accused in hate mail and in the media of completely making up the circumstances of Emmett Till's death. Emmett Till's killers did an interview for Look magazine bragging about how proud they were of what they had done. To this day, the Emmett Till memorial plaque has to be made bulletproof because his memorial plaque was continuously vandalized with bullet holes. I'm only using Emmett Till because he's a popular example, but there are tens of thousands of stories just like that. Because that's how apartheid works. That's how genocide works. We haven't even gotten to this yet. Google it. Woo-hoo! Yeah, I don't know what y'all thought this was, but if y'all thought that a Black history, a Black education scholar was not going to stand 10 toes down Palestinian people's right to freedom, dignity, and to live a life free of colonialism, apartheid, and genocide. Think you can want black people to be free but not Palestinians? Oh, put yourself in a bowl with some pretzels, some dried fruit, and M&Ms, and make a trail mix because you are nuts.
Not nuts. Not nuts. Honey, baby, not nuts. Honey, they did what needed to be done. Honey, they did what needed to be done. Now, while we try and free Palestine, I heard that, honey, before we move on, I said something. I didn't even say no free Palestine. I ain't say nothing bad about Israel or nothing. It was just shade. Honey, and the Israelis started jumping up in my comments, and it was giving very cracker. And so, But yeah, I heard that y'all mad at Beyonce because she filmed in Tel Aviv or something. And honey, that's right out there by the Gaza Strip. And But apparently she done made a fragrance and y'all didn't like Mama's take on her fragrance, honey. Y'all did not like Glam Sense and Sense take on Beyonce's fragrance, honey.
Ooh. Beyonce Chez Noir. I spent on this $180 something for 1.7 ounces. Ooh. Chez Noir. Celebrate your renaissance with the scent of Chez Noir. Layers of golden honey are lit with the energy of jasmine and sambac. White patchouli pulses through the and I don't know how to say this word. It's the spirit of the night. Now all of this words don't mean that much. Girl, look how little this is. Damn. No. Gosh. What it reminds me of, and I don't mean reminds me of as far as it smells the same, but when Rihanna came out with her Fenty perfume, and I was so excited about it, and that shit smells very much medicinal. Like this is giving me a medicinal smell. I love Beyonce, I do, but she got enough money, and if you want to support, the bottle is cute, but she got enough money, and I wish I would have saved mine.
Oop. I don't know. Sis seemed a little performative to me, but you know what I'm going to do, don't you? I'm going to mind my business. Oh, you didn't know I do that? Occasionally, I mind my business. Child, holy. Random thought.
That shit hurt. Oh, that shit hurt. That shit hurt. Turn the fuck around. Turn the fuck around. Oh yeah, mama's don't care. Mama's don't care. That's a mean ass.
And that's how you be a real man in 2023. Real niggas. All day. Hold it down. In the hood. Holy. One nation. Under God. Indivisible. Holy. I'm convinced that white people are not well. Right now. Honey. So let's get up off the niggas. Honey. Well, let's get up on the niggas imitating white people. Oh Lord, it's been 1:45. We're gonna have to talk about the crackers later. We're gonna have to. It's been an hour 45, honey. We done been on here. April B said, "I'm mad I missed this live." No worry, April. We'll be back, honey. Should have brought a new wig instead of perfume. Armani, if I wasn't drunk and clocking out, I would tell you to go ahead and clock out. But we need somebody to watch the register. Jesus is weeping. Jesus. Yeah, I'll be on the clock app. I'm probably going to end up filming on the clock app, honey, when I get up off of here. Because, honey, we got things to talk about, honey. Honey, we might post some of this footage about Scott Ballhead ass. Never know. The more I talk it out with y'all, the less I'm in my feelings because, to be honest, I don't want Scott ass. I know it would never work with his ass, honey. And that's why I don't think it's going to work with this child that he with now, honey, because Scott got work he need doing himself. Anyway, thank you for supporting your girl, as always. We're going to be doing a rent party on the Clock app very soon. Yes, we're going to be doing a rent party to pay my rent so that I don't get put out of my house because now I'm going to have to start paying my rent because my landlord has started doing the repairs. I keep y'all posted. Oh, and just as I say rent party, we get a super chat. Shout out to April B. I'm glad that you guys are making in here, honey. Baby, yes, put some coins in our pocket, honey. Jesus. And I thank you. Yes, honey. But for right now, peace, love, and blessings to you and yours.